Check 1 2, check 1 2. Hey everybody. My name is Tom Lofaso. This is the Follow the Winners podcast. We are live right now, which is different. First time being live. I was trying to go live the other day and it told me no and I had to wait, so that's always fun. But this is a little bit of a test and just going to kind of have some fun. We just wrapped up a podcast here. I am currently in my new studio space. I just did a podcast with Liberty National Title Insurance. Pretty cool company. Just talking about title insurance. If you're watching this, you don't know what title insurance is, Google it because it's something you should know about, when it comes to buying a home. So super important things. I'm really happy to be out here today, to be sitting in my new studio space and, getting able to talk to you guys. So once again, my name is Tom Lofaso. This is the Follow the Winners podcast. We're going to be talking about Follow the Winners today and what it means to me. I haven't gone into it all too much. So to just jump into the intro video that I have and a little bit deeper dive and explaining it, growing up, my grandmother and my mom always would say, follow the winners in life. Wherever you go, make sure you follow the winners. Apparently, that's kind of like an AA term, Alcoholics Anonymous, if you're not familiar. It's new to me until about, let's say about 3-4 years ago. My whole meaning of it kind of changed, follow the winners, right? So it can, and that definition can be different for literally everybody. Anybody can look at follow the winners, different than everybody else. The way I look at it is understanding your definition of success before you can follow any other winner, right? So my definition of success in looking for people who follow, a big one is people who are good family people, somebody who has a good family life. It's sometimes hard to know that when meeting somebody, but if you get to that point where you get to see what their family life is like, it's super important. Because I've met people that seem awfully successful and are doing very well for themselves, but they don't have, a strong family. They might be divorced. They might have kids that despise them, anything along those lines. And you could be successful in your career, which is great and still something to follow. Like you could still pull something out of those people, pick their brain for those types of things. But a true winner to me is somebody that actually has their life together when it comes to family and making sure that they remain supportive to them, not giving up on them, for whatever selfish reason that may be. And I get relationships get tough sometimes and divorces happen and and sometimes your kid just decides to just walk out on you and you never talk to them again. I get stuff like that happens. But usually if you go back further enough in history, there's something that caused that to happen, right? So that's a big one, a huge one. Their level of happiness is for me a super obvious thing. Like when you meet somebody, how happy are they? Are they somebody that's just like super quiet and closed off, or are they outgoing? Are they having fun? Like, are you at just a regular, lunch or a networking event, or maybe you just walk into their job and you're meeting them for the first time? Like, do they have a smile on their face? Do they seem happy? If they don't really seem overly happy or aren't giving me that energy, again, this might not mean anything actually, but from my experience, that's one of the things that is a follow the winner, strategy of mine. Like somebody who can have fun, somebody that can kind of let loose a little bit here and there. They don't necessarily have to be like this all the time. Like it's reminding me of one of my first follow the winners in my life is when I was about, at least one of them that I can remember. I was about 17, 18. I worked at a repair shop, and the guy who owned the repair shop, his name was Tom Fuchs. And I totally put him in a follow the winners category in my life. As time moves on, I don't know if he was necessarily the happiest person that was out there, but he was definitely up there. Like we would joke around a ton and have a lot of really great days. There were definitely days that were a lot more serious and you wanted to stand clear of the guy. But that also is like kind of normal with a lot of people, right? So that's a huge one that I'd like to have everybody kind of look at when you are choosing your follow the winner, right? Are they happy? What kind of family do they have? The third one is going to be financial success, which is a big one for me. Mind you, I've met people who seem financially successful, but they're lying and they're not, um, which is tough sometimes because you kind of trust them that they're these financially successful people, and then you realize that they're in a very similar boat than you. So you have to be careful. You know, driving a BMW or a Mercedes doesn't necessarily mean that you have money, and talking a big game also doesn't necessarily mean that you have money, right? So those are two big things to look at. But money is gonna be up there, you know. Oh, excuse me, that was gnarly. So let me just dive in a little bit deeper on financial status. Because again, there are two different types of people out there. And in my book, financial freedom has to do with success. Mind you, you don't have to be driving a nice car. You don't need a big house, but being able to live a life where you can kind of focus on the main things. For example, like family, like we just said. So if you're constantly having to work and struggle when it comes to, money, you're obviously not leaving any time for your significant other, for your kids, for your family members, for your friends. And we all have to make sacrifices. Look, I'm in a point in my life where I am absolutely making sacrifices right now. I've had to let a lot of people in my life know, like, hey, this is the phase that I'm in, and kind of set expectations for them, so they don't anybody mad or annoyed at me because I'm not around. So that has a big point to do with it, though, is like that grind aspect of it, right? But then people that have that financial stability, people that have been able to, do those types of things. I aspire to be able to do financial things for my family members, right? So like buying a house, if that's paying for school for my children, or even my family members' kids, or allowing them to go to, let's say, maybe a Catholic school as opposed to a community, just a community school that maybe is not in the best area or something along those lines. Like being able to do something for somebody that could have such exponential results that you don't know as you're making that decision. An example, I was just doing a podcast with the title company, and they were just saying how they love the job because they get to help people into those homes that, that they want to be able to show people. And that is awesome. Like, I was born into the house that my grandpa bought for my mom and dad. I was just born into it, I knew nothing of it. Obviously, I had nothing to do with it. I mean, in most ages of childhood, you have nothing to do with that. A new house being brought into your life. But whoever helped put that deal together, whoever solidified that, they set up my future for 23 years I lived in that house. That's super important, right? Like these people, if there was something wrong with that house and we were unable to move into it, or maybe a different deal, or somebody else came in and tried lowballing, like whatever the situation is, I would have never lived 23 years in that house and then met, my next door neighbor, my friend that lived across the street, never would have lived around the block from both the middle school and the high school, and been able to ride bikes all over. Like, who knows? Maybe I would have grew up the next town over and we would have lived on a dead end with all old people instead of young people. Like, who's to say, right? Who's to say? So it's kind of crazy how little things that we can do can fluctuate or really dictate what the future is going to be like. And with this being said, like it's overall amazing that when we follow the winners, we can follow just the small things that they're doing. Look, I'm not following winners because one has a Ferrari and one doesn't, or one has a $10 million house and one doesn't. No, that's not it. It's about the lifestyle that people are living and how they treat the people around them, right? Because I want to make sure that if I am calling you a winner, that you do treat people with respect, because you're not God and nobody is, and we all should be treating each other, like that childhood saying, treat others how you want to be treated. It's the same thing. So I implore everybody to follow the winners. And those are, like I said, the main three things. It's going to be family life, financially, how you are, and happiness, right? Happiness. Like what kind of people are they? So family, happiness, and financially. Financial freedom, though. Again, like I don't care if you have $1 million. And I remember I worked with a guy years ago, and he used to say, I don't judge a man by the size of their wallet. I judge a man by how they respect people. And I agree with that so much, because I don't really care how much money you have. If you don't show me any respect, it doesn't matter to me. You could be Jeff Bezos. If you're not nice to me, then like what difference does it make? Like, yeah, I might still use Amazon because you give me no choice, Jeff Bezos. But like, other than that, like I don't have to like these people, nor do they have to like me, realistically. But stick up for yourself and know that's the winning mentality is being able to stick up for yourself, is being able to be that best version of you on a daily basis to where you can compare it with those other people. And what do those other people have? They show up every day, right? They show up to work. They get their shit done. When somebody asks something from them, they make it happen. Like, those are things that we all want. It's almost like, think of, the best big brother or the best dad figure or the best mom figure, like somebody who just genuinely cares and loves you for exactly who you are. That's it, right? That's the follow the winner. That's the winner. And again, this is my version of it. You might look at it, a little bit differently, maybe, but maybe you look at it exactly the same. There's not too many different ways to look at following people and how, you get to pick out people in your life. Okay, this person's going to be good for me and this person's not going to be good for me. And let's clarify here. Winners do not have to be people that are older than you. They can be your peers, but you just have to be careful with peers to see them as winners because they might not know. They just might not know, right? Like, I wanted to get into this, right? Marketing. I wanted to get into videography and marketing, and I wanted to do exactly what Tom wanted to do when he woke up in the morning. And I was dictated by job, I was dictated by ex-girlfriend, I was dictated by bills, I was dictated by friends telling me I couldn't do things, and family members. All of these things happening in my life that were just like, yeah, you shouldn't do this. And I had to choose my sanity over these other things and other people, and being pushed to a point where you literally have no choice but to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And if you want to support me, that's amazing. But if you don't, that's also fine. And I don't have a problem with it. But this is the life that I'm choosing to live. I'm choosing to live the life of a winner, choosing to live the life of a leader, of somebody who can make a difference in this world. And that's what I aspire for. So follow the winners. It's been super fun. We have 12 podcasts out. I got like 3 in my back pocket kind of thing that I'm just been procrastinating on, but I'm going to try and do more live streams because it's just going to make my life a whole lot easier when it comes to editing. But I just want everybody to know, like, life is amazing. And I've been able to do something that I don't think most people thought I was ever going to be able to do and get to a point that I am at right now. I'm thrilled. I love my life. I know I'm going to be extremely wealthy one day, and that's just because of me knowing that I'm not going to give up. It sucks a lot of these days. Like this morning, I woke up and I was just not in a good state of mind overall. I was just like thinking about the negative things, like what if this happens, and what if I lose all this money and this, that, whatever. And it took me a little while, but you know what is great is I had somebody there, and not everybody has this. So learning where you can go when you're in those time periods. I had I'm blessed. I have my girlfriend there, and I was open and I was honest. I was like, look, this is how I'm feeling this morning. It was 8:30 in the morning, and I'm like, this is how I'm feeling this morning. She's like, why do you feel that way? That's not the truth though. She's like, look at what you're doing. You're waking up early. You're getting shit done. You got this going on today. You got a podcast at this time. Then you got another client meeting at this time. And tomorrow you got more stuff going on. The next day you got more. Like, why are you freaking out? What's the big deal? And I had to just kind of like step back and be like, yeah, take a deep breath. Okay. Yeah, I am crazy. Yeah, what did I do last week? Oh, I got like 25 edits done for new clients, not even old ones. So there's so much going on that you have to be able to measure those results in order to measure your own level of success and to see kind of where you are. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but like, and if anybody's going to watch this, awesome. Like, thank you so much. But if you are like this, then we probably are, have some similar mindset. It's just like, I feel like I'm going to be successful. I have this feeling. I like know it. It's just a matter of like, when is this going to happen, right? And that's kind of like eats me alive half the time. It's like, when the hell is this going to happen? I'm getting like frustrated. But I know it. I know it. It's just a matter of time. So, thank you everybody for listening to this super short podcast. I think it's like 15 minutes long or something like that. I just wanted to test it out here, have a little bit of fun, showcase, everybody a little bit more of the live time here. But thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I want to be able to put out, way more content like this, and I want to be able to help people. I understand that there's a lot of young people out there, people that are older than me, I'm sure too, that just don't know what to do, and it's just take the step, man. Like, or woman, like just do it. Just do it. Just take that step, even if it's the most terrifying thing. Just do it. You'll figure it out. And that's what I'm telling myself is like, just keep taking those leaps. I took the first leap and I was like, holy crap, that was scary. All right, I'm good. And as a business owner, it's like, no, my friend, you have 100 more leaps ahead of you, 1,000,000 more leaps ahead of you. Just keep getting ready to leap. So do it. Do it. Follow your dreams. Have fun with it. Follow the winners in life because life is too damn short. Anything could happen. We could all die tomorrow in a plane crash, or a bus hits you, or you get a disease or something. Anything can happen. So I want to be able to make videos like this. I want to be able to influence the people out there. I want to change my family's life, and I want to change my life because no one else is gonna do it for me other than me. I don't, unless I miraculously just get a Powerball ticket. But even still, I took that action to buy the Powerball ticket. So take the action and do it. You got this. So thanks, everybody. And I'm alone today on this podcast, so I got to get up and go shut it off. But thanks, everybody, and follow the winners.